Hey everybody, Richard Pyatt. We're here at the Indian Uprising All-Pontiac show in St. Charles, Illinois. My friend Jim Suva here owns the 77 Firebird you see behind us, which is a tribute car to the Rockford Files. Jim, where did you find this car?
Believe it or not, I found it on eBay. Back in 2002, I spotted one that was actually used on the Rockford File movies. Unfortunately, they pulled it before I could actually put a bid in on it. 2 weeks later, I found this car on eBay, called the guy up and said, I want the car, no problem. And within a couple hours, he had $550 and wanted to buy the car. So luckily I got it at that time for about $3,900, which is relatively cheap as what they're worth nowadays.
Yes,
so,
that's true. You got in on the ground floor.
Yes, yes, most definitely, most definitely.
So this is an Esprit model that you have here now. Talk a little bit about what you have on this car.
Okay, this is a 1977 Pontiac Esprit. It's pretty much an original car from GM. The color is buckskin with a buckskin interior. The buckskin interior was only out, I think, in 1977. And it's the closest color to the actual color the Rockford File cars had. The Rockford cars all had a special white topaz 1964 gold Cadillac color. And what happened is 1975 they decided to make all the cars from that season on all painted the same color. That way you gave the illusion that the car was actually the same car, even though they had brown headlights and square headlights. That's the way it is.
If you're a Firebird person, you'll know the difference when you see those.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Jim, you've actually won some awards going to shows. As a tribute to the Rockford Files, you can see James Garner's cutout here, and so this is the theme that you've taken.
Yes, it has always been a really good hit. Of course, younger kids don't really know James Garner unless it's a notebook.
We're going to educate them.
Yeah, for sure, let me tell you. So, anyway, the cars have done really well. A lot of people love James Garner and the Rockford Files. I have a blog that I have that does interviews similar to this, but only in written form, with people that work on the show. And I'm kind of set the blog out because I wanted people to know about Rockford, just like they do Knight Rider, Dukes of Hazzard. So we've actually promoted the car, and people are building these cars all across the world. And my friend Pat McKinney in California luckily owns 3 of the cars, which has been really a godsend for me to get the color code right and to help people otherwise build cars.
3, and he owns 3 that were driven by Garner that were used on the program.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's fully restoring those cars. So the car behind us actually only has just under 71,000 miles as it sits now. And we had James Garner's autograph. He visor for me, along with other people that Richard has met in California with me at different Rockford events. It's got a little bit of history there, and it was actually used on a television show called Pioneers of Television. As it turned out in 2010, BT Media, who produces the show, actually hired me to drive this car in Milwaukee in September. Back in February of 2010, they interviewed James Garner and Stephen J. Cannell in Beverly Hills, California. And they talked about how James Garner did the majority of the stunt driving on the show. And that was what he always referred to as his fun.
Yes.
And
so in that filming, you recreated some of those scenes.
Exactly.
With your car.
With my car, and they split it in with the interview between Cannell and Garner. And what's interesting is that actually turned out to be the very last televised interview that they've ever done with that Stephen Cannell and James Garner has done, and they talked about Rockford. So I'm very fortunate that we have that on tape now.
Somebody's watching this saying, what's the engine in that car?
Oh yeah, back to the car. 305 Chevy V8 2-barrel engine. The Rockford cars actually had 400s, and in 77, 78 models was 403s. Automatic transmission, air conditioning, and the car is pretty much like 85% original General Motors car. So.
Well, congratulations on the success you've had with it. Thank you for talking about it.
My pleasure.